Well, before I went on the mission trip, I really thought that it was about sharing the gospel every day, and it was definitely not what I thought about missions at the very beginning.
I thought when I was thinking about missions before I ever went on a mission trip is I had heard missionaries come to the church and speak, and they were always either from another state or another country, and they were always basically talking about strictly evangelizing and witnessing and giving the gospel message to people, and I guess that's kind of what I thought missions were when I thought about missions before. And then once I actually went on a mission trip, I guess the first one was to the state of Montana, to a little town in Montana where we went, and there we helped a little church hold Vacation Bible School. We canvassed the town for the church, and then we also actually did hands-on work. We built a fence for that church around their property. And I realized then that missions is more than just going out and talking to people about Jesus, but it's showing Jesus' love to them through actions, through service. And then the other mission trips we've been on, we've had the same experience. It's always more being able to show Jesus' love. And as you work and talk to people, they want to know, why are you doing this? What are you getting out of it? And you are able then to share why you're doing it, because of your love for Jesus, and you love him because he first loved us. And we can share that as we're doing hands-on work.
One thing about what I learned when we went to Haiti is it's not about us. It's about serving other people. It's about doing things for people and showing the love of Christ. And Haiti was an eye-opener, and it's something that we can't take for granted what God has given us. We have to give back, and that's what the Lord calls us to do, is go and tell others about him and to give back and to show love.
Several years ago, our church participated in the shoebox ministry, and after a couple of years, we were asked to be a relay place, and they had to have someone to lead it, and they asked me. I had just retired, so I was the new handy person, so we started collecting shoeboxes from all the areas around here, the different churches, and we were very proud to get every box that we got. Our church participated well, and it's a good place to meet people and greet people. And after I got into it, the more I got into it, I realized what a ministry it is. And I cannot even talk about it without getting excited, because every shoebox, every single shoebox has a book in it and the language and the country that it's going into that will explain how to know Jesus. And when these children get a shoebox, they take the book home and share it with their parents, and then their parents will become saved and have even started having classes in their homes. So it's a gift that just keeps on giving. And
before I went on the mission trip, I really thought that we would go on a mission trip and you would share the gospel and tell people about Jesus, or give your testimony every day. But after going to Haiti, I realized it's much more than that. It's about helping people, and it's about loving them and doing things on the mission field. It's not just about sharing the gospel.
As I was involved with WMU, I also learned that you don't have to go on a mission trip to participate in missions. You can give to missions, pray for missions, do missions, and it's not necessarily always on site. My part of the missions at Galloway has been to support Karen Gruenwald. She is the teacher and kind of oversees all the ministries there at Galloway. And I have been supporting her and doing whatever she needs to be done, as well as participating in some of the activities that they do there at Galloway, such as Mom's Club, and they have a Bible club every week, and we have a couple of ladies in our church that do sewing over there. So It's just been incredible that so many members of our church have stepped in and joined in the missions there at Galloway, and they are so appreciative, and it's so wonderful to see the smile on the children's faces when you go. They know you by name, and they always look forward to seeing you. And I would encourage anybody to get involved, if not at Galloway, somewhere.
The different places, we've been to Montana, as I said, we've been to Mexico, we've been to East Tennessee in the Appalachians. And as you work with these people, then you begin to realize, well, you know, people around us, right here at home, have those same needs. And we ought to be doing the same mission work here that we go somewhere else to do. And so we need to begin the missions right here.
And I think if you ask of one thing that we came home with, that was the big thing that we every time said, same needs right here, right outside our door. This is where we need to be.
We've been working on the Galloway House now for about 3 years. We're coming up on the 3rd year now, and it's been a slow process, but we're coming into the home stretch now. We're at the phase now where we're laying the tile, doing all the flooring, linoleum, carpeting and stuff. We have the cabinets have been ordered. They'll be in a couple of weeks. So we're could possibly be through in the next 30 days. We have a couple of things that are slowing us up right now, but Lord willing, those will be cleared. That path will be cleared for us.
I think if we got 20 people out there, the 23rd, we could finish that.
That would take away at least a week, you know. Minus
Get out there and see the community of Galloway. Our church participates in the Haiti mission. Well, we have a Haiti right down the street. I mean, it's as close to being Haiti as you can get. And it's like Brother Eddie said in church, if you reach the children, you got a chance at reaching the adults. And in Galloway, the adults are hard people. But they have a ministry out there that is reaching these children. And when you see what's going on and see that that's taking place, it really makes it worthwhile to try to get this house finished so that the people that's involved on a daily basis, year in and year out, people have dedicated their lives to trying to reach the children. That's what's going on in Galloway. We've got a group of adults that has dedicated their lives to trying to reach them kids. They started a school, an outreach program, where they're teaching these kids the gospel. And if they can reach them, sooner or later, it's going to make a difference in that community of Galloway, as hard as that community is to reach. And as we've been working on this house, we've seen it on a daily basis, you know, what can take place. And we've got a man that lives next door to the mission house that has been helping us. And I had a chance to witness to him. He didn't accept the Lord, but he's came back again questioning us. And like a lot of people, you know, he said, well, he's been around too many hypocrites that called themselves Christians. But last week he called me aside and told me that just watching me and Donnie out there working, he knows that something's going on in our church that must not be full of hypocrites, because he can see the difference. And said, y'all love what y'all are doing. You know, and it's, you get more out of missions than you give. It don't matter what you do, the blessings return tenfold.
On March 23rd, what I would like to do is take a group out to give Bibles to the community, people that don't have Bibles. And what I had in mind is people donating their own personal Bible that they may not read anymore. As Southern Baptists, we usually have 3 or 4 Bibles laying around the house that aren't getting read. And I thought that maybe we could take our personal Bibles and in the front of those maybe write your testimony, and then go out in the community and invite them to church on Easter Sunday and you know, pray with them and give them a Bible that they can have at the house. And I'm excited about taking a group out and doing that. And I got this idea by giving a Bible to a gentleman that was asking for money for gas. And most of the time my first response is, this is a scam. But I felt that the Lord wanted me to give the guy the money, and I gave him the money, and lo and behold, he asked if I had a Bible. And I told him I had my own personal Bible, and I gave him my own personal Bible, and it meant a lot to him for me doing that. And I just told him, just promise me you'll read it. And just to look in his eyes, giving him that personal Bible, made me feel that maybe if we give our personal Bibles out and we have testimonies in there, that it can draw people to Christ.